Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Joe, and in today's video I'm going to tell you 6 secrets on how to improve your speaking in 2020. Alright? A lot of people write to me and they ask, Joe, what's the best way to get better at speaking? What's the fastest way to get better at speaking? What's the easy way to get better at speaking? This video, I'm going to tell you my 6 best tips to help you improve your speaking and hopefully become very, very fluent in just 2020. All right? Also, if this is your first time here visiting my channel, my name is Joe and I teach English to foreign students at a university in Canada. And if you're interested in improving your English and getting better at speaking, vocabulary, grammar, everything about English, you should think about subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell down below, okay? Alrighty. Before I get into the tips that I want to tell you of how to improve your speaking and how to get really good in 2020, I want to explain some things that probably are not possible. So, is it possible to get good at speaking quickly? Now, it depends what you think quickly is. If you mean 1 week, no. Nobody can get good at anything in 1 week. Unless it's something super easy. Speaking English isn't super easy. But can you speed up the process and get better faster? Sure you can. Of course you can. You can get faster at anything. Okay? And the tips that I'm going to show you are going to help you get better. Okay? I'm going to give you the tips. You implement those tips into your life, you'll get better at English. And especially speaking. So, let's start with tip number 1, okay? Tip number 1, have lots of conversations, okay? This is probably a no-brainer, meaning it's obvious, but a lot of people are shy about speaking. They don't want to speak to others. So, depending on what your level is and how confident you are, you could start off by speaking to yourself. And I've got a video about that, how to improve your speaking by speaking to yourself. You can check that out. Once you're confident enough to speak to others, it's important for you to find lots of conversation partners. And I've got other videos about that, how to find conversation partners, and I'll help you do it on my Instagram channel, Instagram page. And finally, after that, you need lots of conversation materials, okay? You don't want to be talking about the same things, the weather, the weather, the weather, the weather. You don't want to talk about the same thing with your partners or one partner every day. You want a variety of partners from different countries. So try to get 7, 1 a day. How about 14, 2 a day? All right? And also, get lots of conversation questions materials. I've got videos on conversation questions too. All right? So once you arrange those things, get your confidence up, find lots of speakers, have lots of materials ready, and then have lots of conversations. That's tip number 1. You have to put in the practice. Okay? Tip number 2, it's a smaller part, but still important. You have to improve your listening, your vocabulary, and your grammar. Okay? Now, grammar is not super important in conversations, but you still want to be able to people to understand you a little bit. In writing, grammar is super important. It's got to be very, very good. Conversation is more relaxed. Okay, you can make grammar mistakes and people still understand what you mean. And that's cool, all right? Unless you're taking a speaking test, then the tester will probably dock you a few marks, take a few marks off. But in regular conversations, you can make mistakes. All right? But every time you're talking to someone or someone's talking to you, you have to listen. So you got to improve your listening. So think about that a bit. Put some time into practicing listening. And also, I have lots of videos on improving your listening. And I have a video especially on improving your listening with fast English. How to hear fast English. So you can do that. Finally, your vocabulary. If you've got a larger vocabulary, you'll be able to talk about everything. Okay? If you have a small vocabulary, you're going to be stuck. Somebody will ask you a question, you go, what's that word? I don't know how to say that. And that kills the conversation. So check out my videos on how to improve your vocabulary, how to improve your vocabulary quickly. Check those out and improve your listening, grammar, and vocabulary. That's the second tip on improving your speaking. Okay? Tip number 3, don't try to be a native speaker. Okay? That's not what this is about. You're not trying to become me or somebody from England or somebody from America. You don't need that. Okay? Trying to become a native speaker and have exactly the same accent, exactly the same stress on words is not a good goal. That would take years and years, right? Actors do that type of thing. You know, an American actor tries to change his accent into a British one. It takes years of practice to become good at that. And some Hollywood actors are still terrible at it. That's not what you want. You want to be able to communicate with people. So your job is to get better at speaking. It doesn't mean you have to become me. Don't waste your time with that and don't use that as a goal. All right? Having clear conversations, communicating with a variety of people and not having having them understand you easily, that's a great goal. All right? So, tip 3, don't try to be a native speaker. Next, let's go on to the next one. Number 4, love mistakes. And people, what? Every day I talk to students and I write back and forth to students on Instagram and YouTube. And if I point out mistakes, they often seem very upset and they give that emoji with the tears. Oh, my grammar's terrible. Oh, I don't. Stop. Mistakes help you learn. Okay? If you don't make mistakes, or better, if you don't notice your mistakes, then you're not learning. Remember when you were really early in English, a low level, you used to make lots of mistakes, but you didn't notice them. Nowadays, you're a little higher level, you want to improve, you want to get serious about it, notice your mistakes and appreciate that you notice them. That's gold. That's the good stuff. If you notice your mistakes, then you got something you can work on and you can fix. Okay? Same as like a race car. If you notice something wrong with the race car, you can fix it and you can make that car faster. All right? Understand? So love your mistakes, appreciate your mistakes, pay attention to your mistakes. All right? They will help you improve your English overall and your speaking specifically. Okay? Number 5, we're getting close to the end. Number 5, use your English for meaningful tasks. Okay? So I know you're going to practice English with speaking partners, and that's great. But it's even greater if you can use your English in meaningful ways. I don't know if there's restaurants in your city that you can visit where you got to use English because they don't speak your first language. For example, say if you're Italian and you're going to a Chinese restaurant, maybe they speak English there. Or perhaps there's a part of your city that does have a lot of immigrants there. You can go shopping there. Okay? Do that. Or if you have enough money, go on a trip. When you're going on a trip, for example, my friend went on a trip to India and they speak English there. My friend wanted to get a bus from one city to another city. In order to get to the bus station, get the ticket, get on the right bus, get to where he's going, he had to talk to more than 12 different people in English and ask a lot of questions. It wasn't easy, but it was a lot of great practice. When my friend came back from India, his English was a lot better because he had done so many meaningful tasks. Traveling, going to movies, going to restaurants and having to order in English, right? Anything you can that'll be more meaningful. When I say meaningless, if you're doing a grammar exercise about, I don't know, about how many eggs a chicken lays, do you really care? Maybe you don't care, right? But if you're getting on the right bus or the wrong bus for a trip, I know you care. It's meaningful and it will help you get better at English. Okay, and the last tip, maybe the most important tip, have fun, okay? If you practice English and it's serious all the time, you will get bored, like so many other students do, and you will quit. Because boring stuff is not fun, right? Grammar, all the time. That's not fun. You'll get tired, you'll hate it, and you'll quit. So make sure when you're planning out your day or your week of how you're going to improve your English, put some fun in there. Contacting English friends. Probably on your Instagram, right? If you follow me on Instagram, maybe you've met lots of friends. And some of those friends are also trying to learn English. And they're from other interesting, fun countries. Talk to them. That's a fun thing to do. I love talking to people from other countries. I've taught students for more than 25 years, and I learn new stuff every day because I don't know everything about them. I don't know everything about their countries. I don't even know everything about my country. All right? So make sure you put some fun into your learning. All right? So those are my top 6 tips on how to improve your speaking in 2020. If you have any questions or comments, put them down in the comments below. I will write back. Also, check in the notes under this video for more learning opportunities. I put links in there for more chances for you to keep learning. And if you want to continue watching other videos, maybe you want to check these ones out. Hey?